Have you ever caught yourself comparing your life to someone else's? It happens quietly, every single day. Even as a kid, you'd show off toys in the yard with a friend. The neighbor's bike was cooler than yours. And suddenly you felt awful. At school, the teacher pins the grades up on the board. Your B suddenly feels like a failure because your classmate got an A. This didn't start yesterday. It's been there from the very beginning. Years later, you're lying in bed, scrolling your phone. Your feed is full of someone's vacation, someone's win, someone's perfect life. And somehow, after all that, you feel worse. This actually has a scientific name. Social comparison theory, Leon Festinger, 1954. We don't judge ourselves by some objective scale. We judge ourselves through other people. At the gym, the person next to you is in way better shape. That either fires you up or completely knocks you down. On the street, you notice someone dealing with a much harder situation than yours. For a second, you feel relieved, then instantly guilty for feeling that way. At work, your coworker gets promoted. You don't. You smile and congratulate them. Inside, it's a completely different story. This isn't a character flaw. It's a mechanism wired straight into your brain. Ancient humans compared status and resources just to survive within the tribe. Back then, your whole comparison pool was the next village. Now it's the entire world in your pocket. The scale exploded 1,000 times over. But your brain never got the memo. Research shows constant comparison is linked to anxiety and lower self-esteem. But comparison isn't always the enemy. Healthy comparison can actually work as a benchmark for growth. You see a skill a coworker has and decide to learn it yourself. There's a real difference between toxic comparison and healthy comparison. Toxic comparison is constant, global, and judged against someone else's highlight reel. Healthy comparison is occasional, specific, and based on real effort. That evening at home, you keep replaying the conversation with your coworker. At a family dinner, relatives compare whose kid is doing better. It's awkward. Suddenly, you're part of that scoreboard too. The habit of comparing is often taught to us by our parents and our culture. Remember, why can't you be more like him? That line sticks with you for life. The kid learns the lesson early. My worth equals my ranking. As an adult, you keep comparing yourself. Nobody even has to tell you to anymore. Your feed shows a friend's engagement, another friend's new house, and the question just pops into your head. Am I falling behind? Comparing your timeline to theirs breeds a quiet anxiety about whether you're keeping up at all. Studies link this anxiety directly to constantly tracking other people's milestones. Outside, you notice your neighbor's brand new car, and without meaning to, you start running the numbers on your own income. People compare status even when nobody says a word about it out loud. Late at night, you scroll through someone's filtered, polished photos. Then you look in the mirror, and you don't like what you see. A highlight reel and reality are two completely different things. Behind almost every polished picture, there's a mask. In college, everyone compares test scores and where they got in. A friend's success can sting more than your own failure. On the career ladder, your coworkers keep climbing right past you. You're swiping through profiles on a dating app, and without realizing it, you compare yourself to every single one. Late at night, alone, a quiet moment of honesty finally settles in. Comparison is never fair. You're measuring your everyday life against someone else's highlight reel. You look in the mirror, and it feels like peeling off your own mask. What actually matters is comparing yourself not to others, but to who you were yesterday. Standing beside you is a shadow of who you used to be. The only graph that actually matters, you now versus you back then. Step 1. Just notice the exact moment comparison kicks in. You sit down and write it in a journal. Step 2. Limit your time on social media. You set the phone down and walk away from it. Step 3. A simple gratitude practice. You write down 3 things you're grateful for today. Step 4. Unfollow the accounts that leave you feeling worse. One tap, and that toxic feed is gone for good. A small win. You already feel a little lighter. An artist online compares their follower count to a rival's. Slowly, the motivation to create just drains away. So they shift focus, comparing not to others, but to themselves a month ago. And the inspiration comes flooding back. Comparison isn't going anywhere. It's part of being human. But you're the one who decides what to do with it. You stand there, steady, looking calmly ahead. Your only real competition is who you were yesterday. And the person next to you isn't a rival, just someone else on their own path. You look into the camera with a quiet, easy smile. If this resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe. Supporting the channel genuinely means a lot to me. There's plenty more like this coming. I'll see you in the next one.